It's ended there, lads and lasses. In France, Newcastle won, PSG won, or PSG won, Newcastle won. And I'm really pleased with the way the lads played. I'm very happy with the way the lads played tonight, but there's moments in that game where it looked like we should have come away with a win against PSG tonight. I mean, the ghosts were back, but this time we fought back against PSG. Of course, stared them right in the eyes and proved once again that we belong in this competition and belong, on this elite stage. And that game tonight once again proved that. A night dripping in absolute history, trauma, a venue that's still carrying the scars from 2023. A lot of people were going into this game in the media and they were writing us off, they were shorthanding, they were counting out, whatever you want to call it. And yet, once again, we went toe-to-toe with PSG and matched them, stood tall, and, we've come away from this game with a point where is really, really good when you look at it, especially considering the situation, only barely seconds into the game, and we're seeing the referee and VAR wanting to give a penalty to PSG. The ref, of course, being sent to the monitor, the ref looking at the monitor, and every Newcastle fan was thinking it. I was thinking it. Everybody else, I'm sure, was thinking it as well. It's a repeat of 2023 all over again, the whole Tino Livramento and Marciniak situation. And when you look at it, on the replay, they showed it. The ball comes up, it hits the arm of Barcola, goes back towards Miley, who's behind him, hits the hand of Miley, and then, the referee is given a penalty to PSG when we know for a fact that that rule does not count anymore in the Champions League, as that rule got chucked into the bin after, of course, a few seasons back when it happened with Tino Livramento, because the ball clearly deflected off of a body part and then onto the hand. So, we got told by UEFA that rule no longer existed in the Champions League, and here we are, a matter of about 2 minutes, if that, into the game, and we're seeing the rule being applied in the game. So please make it make sense. I don't think anything makes sense anymore in football when it comes to officiating or rules anymore. But Ousmane Dembele stepped up to take a Ballon d'Or winner, and the moment was loaded with pressure. Nicky Pope's chance to have a redemption arc, of course, from when the penalty got given to a couple of seasons back, and Mbappe has stepped up. And Nicky Pope did well. Nicky Pope did really well. He read it. He gets down. He gets a strong hand onto it. Saves a penalty. The away end erupts. And the redemption is completed for Nicky Pope. He gets a redemption from the last time we played PSG in France. And then, of course, the setback. But no surrender by us. We fell, of course, behind soon after through Fatinia. Unmarked, time to pick his spot. He drives it past Pope. Unfortunately, Halsey is just way too quick to jump in front, and he misses the moment to block it. And then Pope is just not fast enough to get across and get the save. So it's PSG 1-0. But the response was calm, organised, and defiant by us. And of course, before the first half, stoppage time, we're seeing a set piece panic in the PSG box, failure to clear it. Joe Willock, of course, ghosts into space, attacks the ball, powers a header past the PSG keeper, and first ever Champions League goal away, and explodes in absolute silence in Paris by the French, as Newcastle have made it 1-1 before half time. Second half drama, we're seeing the game stretching out now. We're seeing PSG getting a lot more control in the ball, us getting the control in the ball, getting a lot more of that stretched game, end to end, chaos creeping in. Of course, in the key moments, Pope was vital again, getting in there, getting the saves, Gordon was aggressive and dangerous when he came into the game as well. I don't know why Eddie didn't go with him from the off. I don't know why he didn't go with Barnes from the off neither. These two lads are top scorers in the Champions League. They should have been playing from the get-go in this game tonight in France. But Gordon, absolutely aggressive, dangerous, balls flying across the top, Gordon running onto them. That's what we want to see going forward. You know, that kind of passion, that kind of drive from Gordon as well. And then the PSG keeper, he just fumbles under pressure. Newcastle sense it, PSG wobble, and then we're seeing, you know, Joe Willock getting in there again. Bang, another goal for Newcastle United. And I don't know what was going on in the head of Christian Dingert on VAR, but clearly disallowed for some reason. Don't know why. Because when you look at it on the replay, you can clearly see, you know, that Joe Willock is onside. He's onside. And for some reason disallowed. Stretches on a little bit after that, and they show you the, of course, automated system. And now suddenly the PSG player is back behind Joe Willock as opposed to where he was on the actual replay. So I don't know what's happened there, but it's a bit of a what-if moment later on. The ball breaks at the back. Harvey Barnes has a brilliant chance, and it just goes to the side net. And if he could have just got his footing right, if he could have just got his balance right, that would have been an absolutely crazy moment. It would have been an absolutely crazy moment. The roof would have literally blew off the Parc de France, and they don't even have a bloody roof on the place, but it would have literally broke off of it. Top 8 finish would have been right there, but somehow side netting, a moment that, of course, will probably haunt Harvey Barnes a little bit, but I'm sure he'll get over it. But the playoff reality, final whistle, a point apiece, automatic qualification slips away. But, you know, the context and the matters here is that we did have an injury hit squad. It was a tough game to go into with the players that we've got at our disposal in a shaky opening to the game. But we still stood tall, we still competed, we still belong. And 2 more games, unfortunately, added to the already heavy February fixture schedule. But, I mean, 2 more battles, the journey continues. At least we are still, you know, doing what we want to do, which is be in the Champions League. And we are, of course, you know, going to be going into a game probably against the likes of Quarabag or Monaco, because according to the rules, that looks like that's who it's going to be, either of them teams, as it's 11th and 12th placed seeded teams going up against, I think it's 21st and 22nd they are in the league, which of course is Monaco and Quarabag. So I'm guessing we'll probably get Quarabag, I'm guessing PSG will probably get Quarabag and we'll get Monaco. Because, you know, I cannot see them giving, you know, PSG Monaco. I can't see Nasser Al-Khelaifi wanting to take that when he can take the easier option, especially with him being on the board of UEFA these days. But was that, you know, Nicky Pope's best performance in the Newcastle goalkeeper shirt? Let us know down in the comments below. Was it a proud, you know, moment for Joe Willock tonight? It definitely was, in my opinion. But let us know what you think, and, you know, what was your thoughts in general on the officiating in the game tonight? I thought, you know, there was some very dodgy calls. There was at least 3 penalty shouts in that game tonight, you know, for us against PSG, and all of them very quick checked on for and sort of ignored, to be honest, which is very, very bad when you consider, you know, the news going around about the officiating team as well, especially the referee, and what has been said on him. I'll not say anything about it on this video, of course. You can go check that out yourself. Just, you know, do a little quick Google search on the referee and you'll see what I mean about that. But till next time, hit like, share, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. However, lads.